Hi everyone and welcome to Culture of Paint. In this episode, we're going to be taking a look at all the Games Workshop reveals from last week and what's really sort of caught our eye with it. We'll be going through a load of our picks from social media that have jumped out, and we'll be talking a little bit about prep for the upcoming Monte San Savino. So Culture of Paint's aimed at a mature audience, so we might use explicit language and discuss adult themes. So let's talk about paint. Right, and we're back in. So, hi everyone. I am Henry, and joining me are Matt and Andy. How are we doing, chaps?
Hello.
Good.
We're good, right? And the Twitch chat as well. So if you see me glancing off and reading things out, that's who it is. You can always catch these recordings live over on Twitch if you're a sub. It's quite good fun. It's completely unedited, so you tend to get a fair bit of additional material to what goes out on the Culture Paint YouTube channel, which of course is where you'll be watching this back if you are. The channel's growing nicely, seeing as we sort of started it quite quietly. But it's where all the stuff that isn't painting tutorials will be going. So make sure you subscribe and like and share and all the rest on that channel. Get that visible for people. But it's been lovely. It's been great to see that sort of the hunger is still there for the show, which is really rewarding. And I think we did a lot more episodes than I thought we'd done, because I've been going through and re-uploading them each day. So it's a bit more rather than dumping like 100 shows in one go, and it's good. And there's some there I have zero recollection of recording.
Absolutely. Oh yeah.
Right? Like I see the title, I'm like, what? And then I watch a bit, I'm like, yeah, don't know who those people are. Like what was going on?
Lifetime ago.
It really was. But it's good. No, it's good. So because this is be coming up for the 5th anniversary, I think it is.
Yeah.
Around about now, actually, isn't it? Because we started it with an end of year show, I think. Like a recap show, but no, it's all going good. So, as I said, let's jump into what's caught our eye over the last week or so, and then we'll get stuck into our favourites from the reveals. So, first up in Cult Picks is so our buddy Josh, Omegon Edge. He's been painting up some of the new Space Wolf Kill Team models. And I just thought this one was particularly cool. I know, Andy, you love finding sort of artwork as bits of inspiration, and I think Josh is really jiving with this one, and I smashed it, man. Like, it's lovely seeing someone just take off with their painting, and he's tried so hard, applied himself, and like I talk to Josh very often, and he's always down the like portrait gallery and places like that, sort of studying. And I think it's showing, like particularly the last 12 months. It's been wicked seeing his stuff. But how are you feeling on these wolves, Andy? Yay, nay?
I just posted them to you, mate. That's how much I like them. Just before the recording this podcast, I came back from posty. So, and
that's nice.
I didn't even look at them. So that's how good I think these models are.
Excellent. Well, in the spirit of keeping things positive, we'll move on from that one. But yeah, apparently this lad is, I can't remember his name now, but he's the one who's got the little wolf buddy, his little pet that he likes to run around the kill team with.
It's a very cool piece of art.
It is, isn't it? Right? They have a real variety of artists, don't they now? Games Workshop in their stable, and none more so than the ones who paint Space Marines, I would say. There are some amazing pictures and some that I do not care for. The old Brother Captain, Earthworm Jim.
Long neck.
And so on. Yeah. But this one I think is a bang. To be honest with you, like, I've always enjoyed the presentation of Kill Team. I think they've done a really nice job. I love the orange being the main colour for it. I think it's probably the game of theirs I've played the most of in the last 2 years as well. So
it's accessible, isn't it? It's a standard like proper 40k game. I was like, oh, you need this much points, you need this much time, you need this much terrain. I was like, I can't be bothered.
If you want a good watch, the Olden Demon has done an excellent video, which is every edition where it broke the most in 40k. So it talks about vortex grenades in second, and the Kroot conga line that stopped someone deploying in fourth or whatever. There was some really great nostalgic photos of old armies and just some funny stuff that just makes me laugh about how stupid 40k is.
Mate, it's been a ride, eh? But I can certainly attest for Kill Team. Like it's always felt like gaming in the 40k universe, in the setting, which is all I ever really want from it. I'm not looking for a massively overcomplicated gaming experience. Like paint some nice things, stick them on the table, drink some tea, tell some stories, and hopefully the rules don't get in the way. And that's that's my review, really. So that's why I've enjoyed Kill Team. But we did a whole episode on it, remember, a few years back because Rich got well into it, didn't he?
I think it's still the only game he plays. So,
I think what truly killed full fat 40k for me was I went to a grand tournament once. 4 of the games I played the exact same list.
What list was it?
It was the big golden turd for Custodes from Forge World. that giant spaceship thing. I don't know what it's called.
Yeah.
2 little spaceship things and 2 characters.
It's not really an army, is it?
Quite recently, then.
It's not really an army.
This must have been
it's longer ago than you think, mate.
2018.
They've been out a fair old while. Presumably they'll be out there the next 40k army, are they? Or they've got to be one of the next to get a bit of an update. Trying to think, mind you, unless they just get Grey Knights, but that'd be interesting. That's right. I didn't mean this to go off on a tangent for 40k and stuff, but it was just saying, like I say, I've really enjoyed Josh's account, particularly over the last, say, 12 months. And he's sort of recently been rattling through some Marines and having some fun. And I just thought this one in particular stuck out as being just fucking cool. So yeah, nice one, dude. Next up, one of the best names I've seen recently, Remy Tremblay. It's a great name and a great painter.
Yeah, he's a miniature designer for Cool Mini or Not.
Nice.
So he's the double threat, mostly sculpting. So it's quite a treat when you see him paint something. And I thought this was rather good.
It's not, he's not sculpted, is he?
No, so Lucas Pina.
Yeah, I was going to say it's Pina, yeah.
Yeah, it's just nice to see him paint because he mostly sculpts. So, but yeah, he is the double threat painter sculptor.
It's becoming more and more common, I feel. I mean, maybe it's just that they have accounts now and it's easier to see them. But like, in the past, it was like one in a blue moon might be good at it. Now, like, unless you're a top tier sculptor and painter, it's like,
you haven't got a chance.
It's like, oh my God, I've just seen the owl as well. Well, that's just got even better. Is there an owl bear? Is that a paw?
I think it's just a little foot.
Could just be his foot. But that's superb. Todd asking, was it Kotiaz who got Wallace and grommeted? Yes, I believe it was. Going back to 40k art. We I think we remained rather silent around that time. We were going through those stages of grief, essentially, with that model. We'll move on from that one. But this is a wicked account. I hadn't looked at it before until you sent this through as a pick, and I was enjoying going through it earlier.
Remy's been around for a very long time doing stuff.
Yeah.
No, it's wicked, man. And guys, we'll always pop in the description. We'll pop links to people's socials accounts if we find them and can look at them. So you can always go and give them a follow because we all know it's getting a little bit trickier finding things on Instagram and stuff now. So yeah. And again, do you know what struck me was like bugger all followers. For someone producing the quality of work that they produce, it's insane. Well, they got like 5,000 followers. It's absolutely mad, isn't it?
Doesn't hit the required clickbait.
I don't know, man.
Instagram algorithm.
Was it Remy's female like Spartan type
Athena
bust? Is that what we featured a few years ago for a pick of the year? Was that him?
Yeah, with the owl on the shield.
Yeah.
And he got best of painting at Monte last year.
Yes, there we go. Nice. Oh, cracking account. Really, really cool. And then there was one more I found that popped up on my feed this week, unbidden, which was this sweet little diorama.
Yeah,
I don't know what you call it. How cool is this?
I was surprised it didn't win, to be honest. I thought it was really cool.
So was it in a Golden Demon?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah, I'm very surprised it didn't get anything then.
The tiny
The
little
crew.
dudes
Here we
around
go.
the back.
There's the crew. Look.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I love Tau, and it's great to see
Oh,
them with this terrain and everything, because you want to see the world of the Tau. There's just a
yes.
couple artworks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, when you get to that level on Dawn of War, mate, when you storm the Tau base, you can enjoy that.
I've already uninstalled it, but I've already uninstalled it.
Really?
Yeah, I have not got the time at the moment to be digging into that. And I played like 3 missions, got really tired. I was like, "What are you doing? Go to bed." So yeah, just had to uninstall. I don't have the self-control.
When you do those like the bases of each faction, it's like 3 hours on the like you just have to sit there for 3 hours furiously like right clicking. It's mad.
Dude, the big mod they've done for it's just working now with the definitive edition as well. And I've never played the mod.
Same.
It's just it's too much other stuff to do. But maybe over Christmas, fire it up and just mainline it for a day.
I don't have the hardware or the skill to make it work. So.
it's marked safe from Dawn of War. Although I was replaying the first one, I said to you that like the original one, I can't remember the last time I played that. It's like playing a new game. Like I can't remember the story at all. I just got to the first reveal in it, and I was like, I also forgot about that.
They are the best 40k games. I will die on that hill.
Love them.
And Dark Crusade is the peak. Dark Crusade's amazing.
So many games now, though. Like I don't know, Matt. Have you seen? There's a bunch of orc ones. You got like bolts and teeth or something. There's a speed freaks. Yeah,
they're all rubbish.
Weirdly for me, like PC gaming and just console gaming has just sort of died a death for the last few years. I just can't do it.
Yeah, I just like I say, I don't have that discipline to. If I want to paint stuff, I can't have a video game on the go because it's too easy just to sit down and game rather than paint. You know?
I mean, it's more fun.
So it's just more relaxing, right? It just is.
Yeah,
at the moment for me. But I deliberately didn't download it when it came out. What, like 2 months ago or something? And in the evenings, I'd been doing an hour's personal hobby. Like, sort of relatively late at night, I've been sitting down and getting an hour at the desk, and I have been churning through stuff. None of it's like high quality, but it's that sort of donkey work of stuff that needs doing. And it's getting done, and it meant that I had stuff for a gaming weekend, and it meant that this thing's finished and this thing's finished, and then I have Dawn of War for 2 nights, and I haven't picked a brush up in the evenings. I'm like, right, uninstall, off we go.
Well, I was the same. I was going to buy a Switch 2, and I thought there's no positives to buying it. I will hobby less, and they're insanely expensive, so I have resisted. Yeah,
because you full on like disappear when a Zelda or something's out, right? Like
I don't mind that though, because that's only every 5 years at the earliest. So we probably won't. I don't mind that. Yeah, but then again, it also inspires the painting. So
that's it, right? That's exactly it. So that last year, I told you I did Space Marine 2. Me and my buddy just started it at like 7 in the evening or something. We just went through till we finished it. And I was so pumped for painting afterwards, like wanting to do some ultras and just enjoying Marines and this, that, and the other.
I'm ultra positive at the moment.
Well, we'll come to that. Short of Redbeard, resisting the urge to buy new video games. Yes, it's the struggle is real, right? What a challenging life we lead.
Have you seen that samurai one? It's called like Ghost of something.
That does ring a bell.
I saw it on the bus, and I looked it up, and I was like, "This is my cup of tea so much." And I've got some samurais to paint, but then I was like, "How much is a PS5 then?" And I didn't know how much PS5s were, and I was like, "No way, this is obscene."
Ghost of Yotai or Yotai.
Yes,
Yotai.
I want to play that really badly, but I'm not buying a PlayStation. That's absurd.
I know, right?
It's like when people moan about the price of airbrushes, isn't it?
Which of course are now available. Cult of Paint, Signature Series, 2nd Gen, Harder and CMX, Ultra, Evo, and Infinity is about available to order. Element Games.
Complain about the prices of airbrushes only for PlayStations to end up as e-waste.
Well, I mean, my Xbox was an expensive doorstop for quite a long time, so I hear you on that one. Stick it into the hobby. Yeah, exactly right. If Battlefield 6 hasn't out, you'd have finished your Raptors. Yeah, there we go. Total War.
If I hadn't have wasted 12, 13 years in WoW and EVE Online, I might have been a slightly better painter.
I'm so glad I didn't get into WoW. Because I reckon that would have ruined me. Because when there's those endless games,
StarCraft's got some minis now.
I don't know what that is.
StarCraft was like the sci-fi version of Warcraft, and it didn't take off as much as obviously Warcraft did. But I thought it was interesting to see that they're making those minis. So I wonder, I've always wondered why there hasn't been a successful Warcraft mini thing. Seems like a real ripe. What's the word? A real ripe.
I imagine it's just WoW being very stupid with their IP and not licensing it out enough.
Yeah, possibly.
Probably costs too much for a mini manufacturer.
Yeah, quite possible. I mean, and you've seen it happen with a few things. Like that Halo game, it can really, the pressure of a small studio taking on an IP like that brings with it big obligations for sales and stuff. And if you can't hit it, you're done. You're out. You're gone.
Screwed. Licensing cost is insane.
Microsoft don't care whether if you're late with the payment, you're late with the payment. You're gone. StarCraft was second only to Counter-Strike for tournament, was it? Oh, that's cool. I didn't realise that.
StarCraft was, I almost want to say, on the competitive scene, was way bigger than WoW. See,
I am blissfully unaware of the competitive gaming scene.
It was insane, literal millions.
Nice. I mean, I guess I'm thinking of it more from the cultural impact, and it feels like WoW you hear spoken about. Even non-nerds have heard of World of Warcraft, right?
That's what everyone thinks I do.
Yes.
When I used to work in the gym,
War. That's the one. Yeah.
When I used to work in the gym, everyone would be like, "Oh, you do World of Warcraft, don't you?" I was like, "Yes, that's what I do."
Close enough.
Yes, professional World of Warcraft. Yes.
Got quite a few gamers in the chat here. You've all been loving it, but I think have we done a gaming episode? We ought to. We really ought to. I think we have, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Done most of the stuff now. 5 years is old. Just start rehashing it.
Videos. One of my Patreon videos, and it'll every other one, and it'll talk about some video game.
I think maybe what I need is a video game that isn't Warhammer related, and then hopefully that won't take away from the Warhammer hobby side. That's an idea. It's bullshit, isn't it?
Spreadsheets online.
Get this. You're aware of this spreadsheet world championship thing?
Oh,
right?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
okay,
it is incredible.
Let's move on. Let's just move on. Okay, so speaking of moving on and you getting stuff done, here's a little tease. So he's completely finished your Star Wars droid.
Yep.
Yeah.
Done.
No guesses for what it is.
Ready for Monty?
All sorted.
So you guys are heading out in the next couple of days, right? For
tomorrow.
This weekend for Monty. Mm-hmm. Excited? Looking forward to it?
I want to get the drive done because apparently there's some problems on the M4 and that. So yeah,
Great.
Once I get to the airport, I'll be happy.
It's kind of different for me this year because I don't have to drive to Bristol Airport. Gatwick's not that far away from me.
Yeah,
it's a bit of a trek the other end as well, right?
It's 2.5 hours, but it's quite nice once you get out of the airport.
Right.
It's a bit of a cruise, but we're going a day earlier this year. So we used to go Friday and maybe turn up actually quite late on Friday in the evening, and it just goes too quickly. So, and we were looking at staying at an airport in Gatwick, and I was like, why are we staying in Gatwick when we could stay in Italy? And I think the place we're staying in Italy, it was €40 extra for a whole extra night, or we were going to pay 100 for a Minion premiere in Gatwick. Yeah, so I was like,
very nice. Well,
we got there in the end.
Anyone not sure what we're talking about? There's a show over in Italy called Monte San Savino. It's one of the most sort of well-regarded and prestigious sort of miniatures painting shows on the scene, on the international scene. This is your 10th year, I think you said, Andy, isn't it? Your 10th visit?
10th anniversary, yeah.
There we go.
the only accommodation available was the same place I stayed 10 years. So.
Oh, well, there it goes, isn't that? Yeah. Bit of
the
fate.
only one left.
But yeah, if you look back through the various seasons we've done on here, we've talked about Monty each year, and we've done a couple of specials on it as well. So if you are interested in knowing more, jump on and have a look at that. And then, pardon me, next week, hopefully I'll get these two boys on, maybe even Rich if he's around, and we can have a natter about how it went and what the standout pieces are. But are there any pieces that you are aware of going that haven't been revealed yet?
Maxime Pernot.
People often save up for it, don't they?
Yeah,
Maxime big.
That's exciting.
Very.
And I see Roman's judging again this year as well. I noticed he popped a post up, which was really, really, really cool. Another day for Matt to make an Italian chef cry. That's right. So Todd has watched the previous.
Yes, he knows the law. He knows the law. Simply fine. We'll get a picture of his sandwich.
But yeah, K2SO is Matt's entry. So go and follow his account, Miniature Minis. It's frigging cool, mate. I don't know how you do it, how you take these like 6 months off of doing anything and then you come back and smash it out with these brilliant pieces like this in your Skaven and
the Albert
stuff,
method.
You know? Yeah.
I have to properly find a project I'm actually interested in doing. Like I had like loads of ideas, but nothing was like, so I just didn't do them. And I was like, oh, I found this massive droid model for a full size one online. I was like, I could just shrink that down. Job done.
100%
have the technology
for that though. I'm just struggling to think of I have to think of a project to do. I was talking to some friends like, I can't decide on a project. That why don't you just not paint? I'm like, do you not remember my job? Like, have to paint. So yeah, it's tough though unless you really want to do something, it's hard to pour in the hours, isn't it?
Yeah, it's you have to find something, and once I find something, I'm like, I actually have the drive to actually finish the thing. Like this was great. It was just great fun, just plowing through it. Didn't care about how it ended up looking, because
it does look like you've been having fun. Yeah. Fat Sid, presumably is Fat Sid, but also Fat City. Interested to know how GW figures are generally received, viewed at Monty. Well, I mean, Glutos did pretty well the other year, didn't he?
Yep.
What did he get? Best of what?
Best painting.
Fantasy? Best painting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's something we discussed on some of the specials, actually. But Andy, do you want to sort of briefly answer that one?
I think that it depends, because the judges rotate. And at World Model Expo, I received no award. And I assume because they were GW models and they were like, ugh, Warhammer. So that was terrible, but that was a terrible show. So it was kind of just funny, really. So yeah, it's going to depend, because you will get judges, and I have watched firsthand them go, ugh, Warhammer. But then there are people like myself, Eric, go, no, look at this. This is incredible. So, and that's just the way it goes. So yeah, you have to be lucky, I think, with that kind of thing. But yeah, we'll see. I haven't got many things that aren't Warhammer this year, which I'm not really stoked on, but that's just the way it's happened. So we'll see. But yeah, I think that if you have good judges, then it's absolutely fine. But with a rotating judge thing, it's going to be different each year. So I think that's it.
Okay, cool. Right. Well, if there's nothing else you guys want to talk about with regards to Monty, shall we jump into some of the reveals that Games Workshop popped up last week? You cool? All right, let's do it. What we got? Here we go. In a particular order, but not of favourites or anything like that, just theme-wise. Yeah, well, so this is one of the reasons I wanted to put it up. So I had forgotten the reveal show I knew it was on, and I had a busy Friday and forgot about it, and then jumped on the Saturday to have a look. And you only found the Necron stuff if you read to the bottom of a Space Marine article. And it just turns out that they happen to have, in my opinion, one of the coolest Necron sculpts they've ever done. You know, just down there. Obviously, we saw Nightbringer a few months back now, didn't we? There was that leak. But it's been really nice to see him it from a few different angles, and very similar to that custom one I think Darren Latham did. If you guys have seen that.
That sort of like metallic-y skin is so cool.
Well, I really want to talk about some of the painting in this reveal because it feels like the classic heavy metal, whatever that meant, has definitely changed. And I feel like you're getting certain artists, whether we know their names or not, I think you'll be able to start to really identify pieces, like who has painted pieces, which I think is super cool. But it'll be interesting to see how the company reacts to that. If those
they would have just used metallics on all of this, like 5-6 years ago.
True.
Yep.
Leadbelcher.
It was a Skaven mini, I think it was, wasn't it? That we saw the first bit of NMM on, like as box art a while back.
No,
wasn't it an Assassin's Blade or something like that?
It's years. I mean, it's 20 years ago, NMM on a box art.
No. But it peaks and troughs, doesn't it? So, like, I'm talking about 20 years ago, but like if you look at the last sort of, I guess how long we've been doing it, it's like Matt was saying, you'd expect them to use metallics when it's metallics, and that's becoming less. The
Sanguinal famous one, isn't it? And Tycho.
So it's quite cool.
They have done considerably less non-metallics in sort of since then, and now they seem to be sort of swinging back to, we can do a full massive box art like this in non-metallics.
I think
if it's
cool.
A character, they can. I think that it's not really fair on the general hobbyist, because they're like, oh, I want to recreate this. If it says on the back of the box Leadbelcher, they're like, yay. But if it's like you've got to blend these 20 colours, oh, Timmy's going to be sad.
Yeah.
So, guess it's a balancing act, isn't it? That they play. End of the day, GW as a business presumably just want you to buy it, color it in, and buy a new one as soon as possible, right?
Correct.
So they want to promote that sort of ease of painting, but at the same time you need the inspirational and aspirational stuff that they do. And I'm intrigued at the minute. I feel like there's some changes happening with them, and I hope the inspirational aspirational stuff doesn't get pushed aside.
I'd almost like them to see on some things to have two versions of the same.
I was just
model.
thinking that, on the box it'd be cool, wouldn't it, to have like a
advanced, every day.
Yeah, I think maybe that's a risk, isn't it? Is using language like that is perhaps a little dangerous. You don't.
That's why they do the Warhammer TV videos, right? Because they're never this level.
No.
Like I'm sure they'll do a Nightbringer video, and it'll be,
simple to follow.
Edge highlight the cloth and Leadbelcher the skin or whatever.
But it's that's an awesome model, and I think a really fab page. Just everything about it, I think it's just frigging cool. Necrons are frigging cool. They've got to be like top 3 range, top 5 range, model wise now. I'm trying to think of what
I really like the aesthetic.
Have they got anything in there now that's not consistent?
They're solid.
I think it's done, isn't it now? Yeah.
I do.
Update the Warriors.
Yeah.
I do like the new monolith. I don't love. I love the old monolith, just a slab. And I love the Nightbringer. You need to, on Dawn of Warhammer, you need to download it again because there's nothing better than teleporting the Necron Lord into your enemy's base and then just turning him into the Nightbringer. It is so satisfying.
Oh mate, I know.
Just the best.
On the web, they still have like some of the Canoptic stuff. There's still the older models and the death marks.
Yeah, Rich has just said. Rich has just said in the chat the old destroyers are still about. But anyway, it's still strong. And thanks for subbing again, Rich. Really appreciated. It does make a difference to the subs on Twitch, so really do appreciate that.
Such a cool aesthetic.
Oh, the modern version of that old pariah sculpts. Well, they stopped the pariahs, didn't they? They were those cool like ceramic, very very humanoid type bodyguard ones. Yeah, and they just sort of just parked them.
I always loved the flayed ones, and the sort of story behind that.
They've got new models, Matt.
So they've got a new character model. In the reveal, I haven't included him in this, but you might like that, Matt. It's like the original flayed one, basically. It's pretty cool.
There was an account years ago that did this amazing conversion of these flayed ones with green stuff, just like actual like skin ripping off them, and I was like, that is wicked. I could never find it again. It was just I was just scrolling by and you forget to save it.
It is deliciously grim, isn't it?
I will do a Necron in 2026.
Well, going from grim robots into definitely more brightly coloured robots, robot suits.
Gundam.
Gundam, and again a different pardon me, paint style. So, how are you guys feeling on these? This is the new Tau buddies, the tag team, the Tau version of the Dudley Boys.
I like 25% of them.
Is that a specific 25% of the model? Right, go on.
I like half of the model on the right.
The creamy half or the bluey
cream half? Yeah,
the cream
that's
half.
excellent. Ditch the flames off the base, and
it just there's a mirror image of each of them, isn't it?
So the bonding knife apparently is split between the two of them as well. My knowledge of Tau lore is not that strong. These guys, I don't know what it is. Like, these are the first Tau models I've seen that have indeed blown me away. I think they are. I just think they're fucking cool. Like,
they are good.
They're like I picked up that big stealth suit a few years back. What's it called? The
Ghost Keel.
Ghost Keel. Yeah, I think we said this recently, and I started building it. I was like, I really liked it as a model, and then all the join lines were right down the middle of all the vents, and I was just like, oh, I'm out. Like, it's just a pain in the ass. But I want to pick these up. Like, I sort of mentioned it in the Discord. Like, we're talking about the reveals. I was like, oh, what am I going to pick up to paint for the channel? And like, I'm going to order these. I think I just think they're cool.
You want the one on the left, yeah?
I prefer the one on the left.
Do you? Because I want the one on the right.
I just think I don't know what it is about them. I just think they're funky. I think they're weird. And I don't want to go and paint a whole army of them.
Are they fully fixed posed?
No idea. I mean, you'd have to assume they will be to a degree, right?
They put tabs on them, Matt, so like you can copy this pose exactly, and then they're really easy to cut off. So that on the round ball joint, there's like a little
gotcha.
male-female bit, and so if you're new to the hobby, it's very easy to just do it spot on, but you can just nip them off so easy.
I mean, wouldn't it be amazing if these are like that? Like if they're fully posable? I got a feeling they might be built in such a way that
these ones won't be like
a bit less, a bit less freedom with it. But yeah,
they're wicked. I'll just get rid of the fire. Job done.
Yes, agreed. I think as well, like it's just always fun seeing them in different schemes. I don't know what the story is behind them, other than they're like the new tyros of the Tau. Like these guys are the poster, all the Tau back home cheer on.
I just don't like the Votan color scheme. It just reminds me of Votan.
It is a bit Votan, but I mean,
never want to be reminded of Votan.
That in and of itself is a background thing, isn't it? Because there's they basically did the Tau's guns for them, from what I can gather. But yeah, really like them. Certainly didn't expect to have a Tau be one of my pick of the reveals.
Tau-mans.
There we go. What's next? Oh, here he is. I mean,
I'm ultra positive, mate. I'm
agreed.
Ultra positive. I think Ultramarines are actually quite cool now. Yeah.
Completely agree. And what a model. So this is the new Captain Titus model he is now. Yeah, as a captain. I mean, what an improvement on his last model, which
and Titus is from the video game.
He is. Yeah. He is.
And they did a model so bad they had to redo it quickly.
Well, he was Lieutenant Titus, the model that's fallen over, that they didn't release when the game came out, but they released a little bit later. That is now that they were giving away for free when you spent £20 or something more at a GW, and have stuck on various different things. But this guy is now Captain Titus. So he was captain long in Space Marine 1. He was regular captain. Then he was
Accused
not.
of heresy.
There you go. Then he was no name Titus, no rank Titus in the Black Shields. Yeah. And then Lieutenant Titus when he got Primarist. And now he's back to being captain again.
Up.
So yeah. And he looks, I think it's a cool model. I thought
very good.
You know, all the Ultramarine models have looked, as you said, Andy. I think they look really, really cool.
I really appreciate the chainsword. It's cool that he has a chainsword, and it's a very nice one. And I love the hand. It's just cool. And you know, we always get power swords and stuff. I think chainsword's underused. And the fur is definitely an improvement on previous fur.
I've not seen them do fur like that, sculpt wise. That I can think of. I've seen them do different fur recently, which is cool. Like there was that ogre one; it was a different style, but certainly less defined, if that makes sense.
There's some of the animals are like this. Some of the wolves and the Kanothi and stuff. Just a bit more suggestive rather than deep.
Deep cuts.
And, they're continuing their theme of adding more battle damage as well.
Do you think that's sculpted or do you think that's painted?
That's painted, but
painted
yeah.
He's not fresh off the assembly line.
Yeah, and it's a captain. That is cool.
It's just been good. Like I'm not crazy about Calgar, but I don't hate it. You know, like it's fine. It's not my cup of tea.
I'm tempted to order him. You know,
but I thought the Victrix Guard I thought they look fantastic. It's just nice, isn't it, that the Ultras have got a proper, like it's not just the normal Marine range painted blue. Like there's a proper identity happening with them now. And I said this to Andy the other day. I think it can't not have been influenced by Heresy and all that development they did on them for the Heresy series and the miniatures line. I think it's just come out great.
I just remember in the mid 2000s when you got the Stern Guard upgrade and a bunch of these characters. They were really cool. Who's your man? The other character they've done recently.
You have to give us a bit more than that. Oh yeah, Catus Carius, yeah.
Yeah, when they did him the time before, that was amazing. And then I really like the redo as well. So we're getting there with Marines.
I think there's some absolute belters now, like really, really fun, and just want to paint them. Models you want to paint, which is all you can ask for, really, isn't it? Someone's saying in the chat, have you seen the comparison on the pose between this and the Urkan, the Dark Warden? I think that is the commemorative series Chaos Warrior guy. Yeah, but I mean, if we're going to go down the routes of models that are posed similarly, I mean, we'll be in for a while,
isn't it?
Yeah,
hand-on swords cool.
They're both cool, but I would buy this one before I bought the other one, I think.
Is that new Chaos, the Chaos one? That was not exciting.
But he's so cool, and he comes with this cool. I haven't listed it, but he comes with this cool like command squad with some humans in and stuff. It's all very, very exciting for Marine players, I think, and for people who play against Marines, because it means you get to look at cool models as opposed to perhaps some of the Marine range that isn't quite as cool.
The face sculpts on the new Marines they're releasing now are getting much better and much more defined.
They're getting much more varied as well, right?
Yeah.
Like
it's just a huge improvement, isn't it? Better fur, better posing, better faces. Like it's really coming along. It's really nice.
The detail doesn't look tacked on either.
No,
because do you know when we got the Primaris for the first few years, a lot of the trinkets felt a bit incongruous against the rest of the armor. Like there was nothing really baroque about anything on the model, and then they stick a little relic thing on there or something. But this feels very complete. It feels very grounded in the sort of universe. It's that, when you I don't know if you do, but if you watch the making of films, particularly like fantasy and sci-fi films, they talk about it on, but other films as well, like period pieces, they will talk about the importance of the costumes and the stuff that perhaps you don't see, the work that went into those costumes. Maybe there were other pieces made that were simply to create a range of that stuff that you then draw one piece from. But by having those other things, the piece that you saw had more weight to it. It felt more real.
The behind the scenes at Weta Workshop movies are like full on with that. They'll like make 2,000 swords for like all the extras, and they're equally as good as each other.
But it just, I don't. There's something about it. I think it really does add a bit of gravitas, I think, to the models and believability and all the rest of it. So yeah, just cool.
I do wonder if in the last few years whether they've had a sort of a surge in their injection molding techniques as well for these improvements that we're seeing now.
Yeah, possibly.
You never know, but like, yeah, just something seems to have sort of recently in like the last 2-3 years has changed from what I can see, just with how they're designing stuff.
I think that's sculpting for me. Like,
yeah, but was the sculpt determined by what they could physically produce in an injection?
I don't think so, because people could sculpt well that didn't work for the company. They just chose not to.
Right.
You know, I think it's just them growing and improving as a team. And I think that, you know, stepping away from the cartoony look of the faces and stuff, and because this face is super good, right? You look at the side by side, and that face does match the artwork now. Whereas before, I think they were exaggerated more, and I feel like they're trying to be a little more realistic. My opinion.
Just looking at the artwork, it's different to the model, and that's a bit more unusual now as well, right? They're often, it's sort of indistinguishable, but actually there's quite a few details on there that haven't been replicated across it. You know, he's not got the ropes on the chest. He's got like a heraldic hip plate shield that's a different shape, and that's not on there either. Different Patergadurgajurgas. Different.
Normally art second, right?
Well, I don't know. I thought that it was miniature first, and then they would draw a piece of artwork from it. But this, you know, I really like the artwork. I like the model. I really, really like the artwork. Reminds me a bit of, what's that actor's name? Is it Michael Ironside? I think it was Michael Ironside. Looks a lot like him, that face. Yeah, very, very cool. Hi, Jazz the Hippie. Thanks for joining us. And yeah, Bernard Hill talking about that with the Lord of the Rings films. The detail made him feel like a king with Theoden and stuff. So yeah, super cool. Right, is that it for 40k? Yeah, it is. This might have been, I think, my second favorite. So this is not Ozymandias, but like the 40k version of that. It's a Necromunda model. This guy has basically woken up and is taking over the planet. And
is that the backstory?
And he's plastic, yeah. So the main ruler of Necromunda, Helmor, is it Gerontus? I can't remember, whoever the current one is. He's sort of missing, maybe dead. Then there's been this big Aranthian succession uprising thing, which has been the release in Necromunda for the last 18 months or so, something like that. And we're just starting to see it come to a head. And then this guy is causing bother. And as you can see, he's not a well man. And he's being very much held together by tech. But that's just grim
down as GP.
and super cool. And as I just said, plastic.
I love it.
Which is immense. You know,
so good.
They showed us yesterday, I think it was, on Monday. They showed us a new range of Necromunda hanger-on models, which are like not quite NPCs. They are most of the time, but you can game with them as well. But and they're all now in plastic as well. So we've heard these rumors about specialists wanting to move to just plastic and no more resin. And I feel like maybe this is a significant moment with that, for them to have released, you know, a special character and a box of essentially special characters, all in plastic, is very cool.
Yeah, this is just amazing.
So I will absolutely be picking this guy up, probably just to sit in a box, but just think
I as well.
Just think he's cool, man.
I like the I don't know what you call them, the thigh bits. Like you get those on like trousers in sort of
the puffy
trouser things, but it's like in metal as well.
Yeah.
That's
I just like the style. It's not like 40k. It feels like old set, maybe 60s, 70s sci-fi. Yeah, it feels very otherworldly. I really, really like it. It's quite scary as well.
The real cool thing about Necromunda is you can really escape the sort of traditional 40k view while still being in the 40k universe.
Well, absolutely, and particularly because it's now such a developed game where you have all the gangs nearly all the gangs that we previously had have been realized multiple times in plastic. They're now able to properly deep dive around that, and it means we're getting models like this. And I was chatting to Rob the other day, and he was saying how he feels like Necromunda's almost becoming 40k RPG in the way that it's now digging further and further into the sort of it's becoming very story driven as well with these characters, and it's I'm sure the fact that my mind's gone blank now, but the head of Specialist Games, why can't I think of his name? Ridiculous. Anyway, is a big fan of sort of Rogue Trader era 40k, and I think we're seeing that with things like Heresy, and we see it with Necromunda. It's super cool. And like Andy says, like you almost wouldn't be surprised if this was from a different manufacturer or a different not manufacturer, a different setting.
Some of my favorite books as well, the Necromunda ones.
But the novels and stuff.
Yeah.
It's cool. Well, so excited for Mini Color. Oh, thanks for being excited for Mini Color. Saturnine Terminators. We've got teeny tiny Saturnine Terminators now. I will be picking up a box of them as well, just for the little command, the command unit. Andy Hoare, that's the name I couldn't remember. But yeah, so that's it for the sci-fi stuff. Just gonna
cherub.
Keep it. All the weird little but there's the best critter is yet to come, Matthew. So
is it?
Oh yeah. Oh, and it's the next slide. So
what is that?
Crowman. Crowman, possibly the greatest miniature that Games Workshop has sculpted since the Toad. Which at that time again was the greatest miniature they'd sculpted probably since the Crab.
I think Crab is still number one.
Infernal Brush's Critter Challenge. Is it Infernal Brush does the Critter Challenge? I'm trying to remember who. Yeah, I mean he's certainly plenty of stuff for
What's the theme this year, Matthew? Can you remember? Time, isn't it? Time,
something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe we get Dave on to chat about it. Could be quite fun. The Crowman is a fantastic companion to the Sassy Nurgling. Yeah, he would be a good companion to Sassy Nurgling. So this is the Warhammer the Old World new Cathay reveals.
That's the name.
Big fan of
that's
Cathay.
A range now.
I've been painting a lot of it. Be an update for that early December, maybe end of November. And now they've just dropped a whole heap more, which apparently will be coming early next year. But it's sort of the peasants and the wizards. And Andy and I were sort of going through these, and we're like, "Oh, what were your standouts?" And for both of us, it was lad with the big hat and the Crowman.
Yeah, the one on foot. I don't love the mounted one. The one on foot is superb. It's very good. I will buy that and not paint that for sure.
Yeah. I may have to buy two just to have a spare crow for use in something else.
Let's just buy a load, mate. Buy three.
I've been enjoying my painting a lot the last few months, probably more so than I have in a few years. And there's models coming out now that I am like itching to paint, and the crow is one of them. That is an evening session, right? You could just paint him in an evening and have loads of fun and be really happy. Stick him on the shelf. And that's what I need right now. Big hat, that's a little bit more work. You know, I mean, look at the state of it. That's a hell of a lot more work. Like I am loving painting the Cathay, but the peasant release that's come along with this, like, oh, geez, like the amount of work that it's going to take to do peasants is terrifying. for what will probably be about 4 points a model. For a big unit, it's a bit scary. But
imagine how good it will look.
Yeah,
you don't want trays and trays of peasants.
Of course I do. Of course I do. It's the old world. If you're not playing with massive bricks of infantry, then you know.
Hordes of Bretonnian peasants were the best thing about fantasy.
Yeah, but those models, having recently painted a load of Empire models of a similar era, the level of detail on them is fine, and you can do a relatively basic paint job on them because they don't really deserve any better, and it's fine, and they look good, and it's done. And especially when they're all ranked up, they look great. And those Bretonnian men at arms are like that, right? You've got the big shield, bang a decal on it, split the scheme, lovely jubbly. The Cathay peasants have basically more detail on them than most other companies' character sculpts. And you've got to paint like a brick of them. It's going to be, yeah. I don't know. There's definitely a conversation to be had, I think, around what would be like a clickbaity title for it, like have sculpts got too good, or have GW fantasy sculpts gone too far?
This is just this is too far,
yeah,
and nothing else. GW's gone too far, and then a picture of Henry Cavill, no Cathay,
and then the shocked face.
No, the crossed face, Matt.
Some arrows.
Too far. This one,
couple of arrows. But yeah, so I don't know. For me, the Cathay again was a standout release. I'm over. I don't know what you boys have thought, but I couldn't be happier about Old World at the moment. That and I can't remember. Did we talk about the Marauders that came out the other week or was shown the other week?
They're good.
The new, just outstanding.
I love the Sky Lantern from the cafe thing.
The people that play the game don't at the moment.
That's fine.
Well, they can just deal with it.
They're dealing with it. It's called comp. They're fine.
The backwards flying balloon.
I've got 3 sat under the desk right here in eyeshot, and I can't wait. They're going to be the treat for the army.
It's a good thing I don't play any of the games.
It's epic. But also, guys in the chat, let us know any of your particular standouts. So staying on the fantasy stuff, we had the new Warhammer Quest. Warhammer Quest Darkwater, which is a bunch of heroes versus some Nurgle. And alongside that, we also had a larger Nurgle release. And this is where I wanted to talk to you guys about the painting, because it's really different, I think, on the Nurgle stuff. We've got this cool metallic green armor.
Superb.
We've got the muscly arm, which just is painted differently to what I would typically expect from them. But even little things like you see the fly on the chest of the model, I would have expected that to have been done in a different color normally by them. I feel like I think it's perfect. This is exactly how I would paint this model if I had it, and for me, obviously, that's perfect.
The rust is different as well on the axe.
It is, right? And the rust is different across a few of the models. There's sort of much more pinky rust, and then it's just...
But it's really good, isn't it?
It's really good. And I wish they would let their artists talk to, like, do interviews and stuff, because I would love to talk to the team behind it, because it must be deliberate. And just the helmet alone, look at all of that stuff in it.
The horns are crazy.
It's just beautiful how they've done it. It really is.
Yeah.
But again, it's why I'm a little bit confused, that I feel like on one hand, GW are really pushing, I'm going to say dumbing down, but I don't mean it dumbing down. I just can't think of a better way to explain it. But that sort of just color your models in and move on thing. Yet
incredibly
they're
accessible.
But their artists, their box art stuff, I think, is just going, on the whole, is going stratospheric with some stuff. Just confused. But maybe that's it. Maybe that's the whole thing of the hobby, right? This very broad spectrum. But a ton of cool Nurgle models.
The Nurgle release there's just very, very cool stuff came out, because obviously there's been a lot of very, very cool Nurgle conversions over the years, and the sort of standard boxes haven't really kept up with that. But now they're sort of like, yeah, they are.
Well, they've not been scary is the point. They've been cheesy sculpt,
goofy,
cheesy paint jobs. Like, yay, we're Nurgle, we're so happy and nice. Not like, oh, I'm actually scared of them. Where there's, the previous paint job is dark and it does feel gnarly and evil, and it's great. It's what they should be. Not like really bright pink tentacles with smiling Nurglings. It's just like Powerpuff Girls Nurgle.
You
But
need fear.
this is brutal, like brutal. Like this, the mutated arm, and it's proper grim. It's pretty grim dark, really.
Yeah, very, very, and the paint job again is just accentuating all of it, isn't it? The sculpt.
And the armor changes to black as well on the corners, and the green armor's just superb. It's the best Nurgle I've seen, I think.
Well, so you just mentioned these are painted similarly, but I think a little different. And I wish I'd got the other slide. I really like these guys, but I love goats. Beastmen, I think, are brilliant. I will be picking up some of these and sticking them on square bases 100%, as I imagine will many people. And we've got this weird thing where in AOS you've got god-aligned goats now for 3 of the factions, but no normal goats because they've gone to the old world. But
wait, you're telling me we're going to get god goats?
Well, these are Nurgle goats, right? And then we've got like sex pest goats with Slanesh, and we've got
right.
What are the other ones? Bird goats.
Oh, bird goats
with those guys. But I haven't got the slide for it, but they've also done a standalone Pestigore box for the Nurgle release, and they're quite different to these guys, and they are properly grotesque and scary, in my opinion. Whereas these almost, I think, have a lovely nod back to more of a classic fantasy look. Pardon me, in my opinion. But again, just great to see them, exploring chaos in all its sort of facets. It's such a gift for them, isn't it, of a faction? But I like many people, the whole Nurgle release has took me back a bit. Like I wasn't expecting the direction that they've taken with it, particularly given how well-rounded and fleshed out it already was. And I felt fairly defined, and also I had felt fairly new. Like it's almost like they're already sort of tweaking things.
It's so popular though that they can afford to do it this frequently. That's the thing. Like everyone bangs on about Nurgle, and I think people think I don't like Nurgle, but I like Nurgle. I just don't like how it was done. And now it's excellent. I always wanted it to be, kind of scary looking. But I really loved when Forge World did the Death Guard for 40k. Yeah. And I did Nurgle then. But then whenever they did Nurgle as the main faction 40k, that really wasn't for me at all. And this is just excellent. It's really, really good.
Maxime's army, Nurgle army.
Yeah. Well, that's it. We saw Blight Kings come in at the end times, so the end of Warhammer Fantasy, which was 10 years ago now. And then you had the revamp of Death Guard for 40k, didn't we? Which was led by Maxime, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And that had quite a lot of that comedic that Andy's talking about. Quite a lot of that comedy came in with the sculpts. Then we had that Death Guard guy come out, and obviously then we had Rotbringers coming out for AOS, which followed on from the established thing the Blight Kings had got. And it expanded on it a little, and then you had the more comedic things like the gardener on his snail and stuff like that. I'm all here for all that kind of silliness as well. But we got, was it about a year ago, we got that Death Guard model that I painted up on the channel that just had the massive sword on his back. Mm-hmm. Remember the one? And that was different, wasn't it? It didn't have all the tentacles and silly nurglings hanging off him. It was grimmer, it was darker. And I think it's interesting to see that now we've got that for AOS as well. So I guess you're right, Andy, and I guess 10 years is a long time, isn't it, for a range to evolve over. But it's exciting. It's exciting to see. But I think for many people, I think ourselves included, this guy, Festus.
Best reveal.
It's model of the year so far, I think, for me.
Oh, model of the year.
It's that literally what we've just been talking about. For me, it's the perfect blend of the two. It's Warhammer, a little bit sinisterly humorous, but also it's just gross. I think the painting is outstanding on it. Everywhere you look, you're like, this is one I need to go. I want to take a trip up in the new year to Warhammer World. I want to go and see this model like in person.
Same.
Because I bet it's like 100 times cooler when you can see it. It's just
one of the best things. Best things about it is very few Nurglings.
Well, I reckon there's more than you think. Like if you zoom in, they're peeking out of various places.
I mean, across the reveal of all the Nurgle stuff, there was many Nurglings, which is really good.
No, there weren't. And interestingly, not many demons. We had those weird, like triple-headed plague bearer things.
There's murmurs about demons, though, isn't there? About them phasing them out.
Yeah, what's going to go on with them? It's interesting, isn't it? And I guess Festus is. I think he's a demon now. I don't know.
I think all of Nurgle's technically demons.
Well, no, because your Blight Kings and all of those lads aren't. They're just gifted people. It's your plague bearers and stuff. I think that's your Nurglings, isn't it? These demons. But anyway, that's semantics, isn't it? With this, it's Festus was described as a demon prince. So there we go. So cool. But he's I can't get over how cool this model is.
Very cool.
And I imagine 1,000 aspirations for Golden Demon were born and have probably already died off.
I'm doing this for Golden Demon. Yeah. Believe it when I see it.
You and everyone else.
Well,
what an absolute treat this must have been if you were the painter. And I don't know if it was one painter or several that have worked on it, but what a treat if you got this. You know, like this was your job was to do this.
The monster is
model.
So good. The skin, the monster skin.
Yeah.
I really want to see this in real life as well, actually. Maybe we should go up to Warhammer World when it's on display.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I need a trip up to Mecca.
There we are.
It's such a long time.
We'll do something in the new year, then we'll head on up. But we've mentioned it, or I often mention it. I feel like it's one of those ones where someone goes, "Okay, so what's Age of Sigmar then? What's it all about?" And if you showed them this guy, and then say the Cavalier Marshal on horse, you're like, there you go. That's one of the good guys, and that's one of the bad guys, depending on your viewpoint. I reckon people would be like, "Oh, okay, I get it." But
it's exciting, man. Like good models. I want good models to come out, and sometimes you're like, "Oh, I don't want to do that." But yeah, this is just so good. And just thinking about AOS, how grounded Cities of Sigmar looks, and now the Nurgle match that. It's not like, because Cities is grounded in reality quite a lot more, and then to have the cartoony Nurgle just didn't work for me. But now this is imagine a brand new Nurgle army against a Cities army. How insanely good that would look! Just crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. Richard's mentioning in the chat, love all the nods to the classic Festus model. Yeah, they've done a great job there, haven't they, of bringing a lot of it over, all those elements over. Yeah, I got to go see this mini. It's absolutely rad. I guess you were saying then about the good models and great models. That like there's so many models now. It's pretty tough to keep blowing people's minds, I guess. But this one does. This one does. Like, yeah, I'm all about it. But you got like not every release can be like a 11 out of 10, can it?
No, but I mean, just not be bad, like the Nerf gun Space Marines, or the floating baby carrier Space Marines. You're not going to be like, oh, best thing ever with every release, but you don't want to be like, what is that? And Cotiers and stuff,
It was a funny old reveal for me. I think there was a few real standouts, and then the rest was quite not that fast. But the standouts, I think the standouts were great. which I guess is what you want, isn't it? You want those few pieces that just make you go, wow, I've got to paint that, I've got to pick that up, and do it. So yeah, so if I've missed any, sorry, but we can't just constantly talk about every single reveal, and I imagine that's been done to death over the last few days anyway. So yeah, to wrap it up, talk about models you want to paint and stuff. Remember, MPO Online is open for submissions at the minute, so it's running for all of November. It is our online sort of painting contest or celebration. So jump over and take a look. The link will be in the description. You can join the thousands of people that have done it over the years. Yeah, anything particularly standing out coming in, Matt? You obviously Matt's like matrixing the back end.
We're nearly crossing the 800 entry marks.
Amazing. We'll talk about this a little bit more. Obviously, with the Kickstarter just wrapping up, we haven't perhaps given it as much airtime as we should have. But the three of us are MPO. We started the online one, and we now do the in-person one. But yeah, check it out. It's not a classic competition in the sense of there's no loads of prizes or anything like that. But what it is it's starting to create these wonderful online galleries where people are showing off what they're proud of from each year, and it's just awesome to look back through. And you'll be able to do that, for however long we keep the website up, basically. Which again is something that the support of patrons and subs and stuff that allows us to do, all that type of thing. It keeps Matt in ham sandwiches.
Which can't wait for tomorrow.
It's more sodium. Well, you got W.H. Smith only ham. Yeah?
W.H. Smith simply ham.
I can't.
Job done.
You're going to a beautiful medieval Italian town.
I want to take a picture of all of Matt's meals and put a collage together.
I tell you what, Matt, we need to do you a signature series mini color set, don't we? That's all the colors of your food. I reckon we could do 6 or less for
boring beige.
Before that, just Richard saying the kayak mini at the top of this picture is saying the whole diorama is insane. It's amazing. Go and check it out. The four that you see there are the 4 best ofs from last year. You got they're just awesome, aren't they?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to it.
Next year, you'll be able to upload even more images.
There we go. But next year's a long way away. Let's not worry about that.
Yep.
Let's get this one out of the way. So, guys, if there's anything you would like us to talk about, if there's artists you'd like us to feature or events, anything like that, please get in touch with us at all the usual sorts of places. It's just Cult of Paint in all the various places. Easy to find us, and do let us know. I've mentioned a couple of times as well the Discord. The link to that will be down in the description. That's completely free to join and everything, and it's a nice place to throw some ideas out and just hang out and chat. But guys, was there anything else you wanted to talk about that we haven't touched on?
I think that's it. Yeah,
nice one. Yeah. Well, I hope the reveals were good for everyone. I hope there's something on there that's tickled you and got you excited to keep painting. You two have a brilliant time in Monte. I'm very jealous. I don't think I'll ever make it over there, but I'll. It's such a great looking show, so I'm looking forward to following what you guys are getting up to.
We'll report back.
Please do. And guys, if you're over there and you see Andy or Matt or Rich, don't be afraid to go say hello, because I know they love all that interaction when they just want to have a cup of tea. Just go and bug them as much as you possibly can. So yeah, if you're watching this back on YouTube, remember, if you watch this far, hit the like button, hit subscribe, pop a comment down in there. It all helps gain the visibility. It means we can get more people watching and give us more things to talk about. Thanks, Twitch chat, for being here. You're all awesome. Take care, everyone, and we'll see you next time.